Okay, so you're getting the behind the scenes look for how a 20-year-old is comprising of a plan on how to become the best version of himself with the resource that he have. Because again, it's not about what resource you can get or what can you start with, like what you have or what you don't have. Is about like doing the most of what you got and actually having a proper plan. So one of the things, by the way, if you're new to this channel, my name is Harvey. Right now, I'm a 22-year-old living in Vietnam. I dropped out of college in Canada to come back home to be with the girl that I love and to chase my own way of living. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to be an accountant, and I didn't exactly know what I want to be, but I know that I want to live my own way in a way that I feel free with the girl that I love here in Vietnam. So I decided to come back, and I made a lot of progress with my work. So right now, I like with my work and my career, and a little bit on my fitness and my relationship as well. But um, I'm not quite happy with the process, the progress that I'm making just yet. Um, so I'm at this point right now, just a little bit back on myself. So in terms, I'm a head of customer success at a agency that's doing about we're at about 150 to 200K a month in revenue. Um, and I'm actually I was just named the role head of customer success, and I also got equity inside the company. Um, so it is decent growth in terms of career wise. Like I'm not making too bad of a money right now, but um, it's not quite where I want to be yet because I know I could do a lot more. I know I could grow a lot faster with everything that I'm doing right now, my whole income, everything. If I just put more intentional action in. So I want to make this plan to, again, document myself how, like, I'm building the plan, how I'm becoming the best version of myself online here, and hopefully I can then, help somebody out there, kind of plan on what they want to do because you're seeing the behind the scene of somebody who's planning it, doing it, and becoming it, and hopefully this will be a video that gives me an idea that I can write for the book later on in my life, which I aim to write before I turn 30. The best book for 20-year-old man. Like, so the best fucking book ever out there, the best self help book out there for 20-year-old males. So if you're anybody between like 18 to 28 to even 30 and you're a guy, that's the book that you need to read. So that's what I'm trying to write here because I'm facing a lot of issues and a lot of problems in my life with my family, my own struggle, my own addiction. That I know that um, once overcome, these stories and these lessons will be very helpful to a guy. Um, you know, Written by a guy that went through it on paper. So um, like that's those reasons I'm making these videos. And now this one right here is more for every now and then I try to do a reflection on myself and where I am. um, if I'm really going towards the goal as I plan it, and right now I feel like I'm falling behind on the goals that I'm setting for myself, a couple months ago or, at the start of this year. So I want to make like this again. So this, to be honest, for myself, but somebody out there, if you're watching, hopefully this could help you kind of feel like there's a friend with you that's planning how to become the best version of himself, so you can get some inspiration to plan for you as well and go through this journey um, from your side. So from so I want to plan this in a few ways, right? Fitness, wealth, in terms of income, what I need to do, what I need to make, to pay for the expenses I have right now. Relationship, how I'm gonna build and how I'm gonna nourish my relationship with my girlfriend and my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, and make more, new connections, new friends, as well as my personal brand. How can I be more consistent with content, with telling my story, and putting out actually helpful videos? Because I think this video like that I'm doing right now is nice, but it is not an easy way for new people to approach and get value out of my story. So I know there's a lot better ways I can do it, but anyhow, planning it right now. So quick background on where I am. So I think that makes sense for me and for you guys to know as well. So where I am. So right now I'm making anywhere about say 3,500 to $4,000 a month. Um, and that's again not a lot. Decent I'd say, but I've been in the game for about 2 years, a little more than two now, and I think that's not fast enough growth. Even though I know on track earnings, like with all the things I have in place, the equity, the growth I have in the company right now, I'm likely going to be making 10K a month by the end of this year, plus bonuses. Um, so it's not bad. I'd say like this is like a big focus for me right now. So this is like work wise, work slash income wise. Um, I have a decent amount of asset in place. Obviously, like it's tied up in a lot of places right now, and I'm not willing to share how much I have there, but it's a decent bunch that I can get myself a property. Like I can get myself a house if I want, but I know that money is better used for more strategic things like building a business or just being there as a place where I can, because like I don't want to buy a house yet. Right now I'm 22. Like I want to buy a house when I can comfortably pay off all my dad's debt. So like the house I can buy is like just like a small one. If I did the calculation, like a small one in like the a little bit off the country, not the country, like the in the how did you say it? Like outside the city. So I can do that, but that's not what I want. So I'm still gonna save up. I'm still gonna put that money into um, improving myself and my life first before I do anything else. So in terms of asset, that's where I am. Fitness slash health. So right now, I think I'm about around 92 to 93 kilos, which sucks. I've done a little bit of losing weight. Like I've lost a few kilograms for the past few weeks, but weight is something that I've been struggling with for so long. Like I've started really trying to lose weight since I was, I think 15, right? Started since 15. Um, and now I'm 22. So like it's slowly been, 7 years of like struggling, trying like a bunch of different things. And, I think a big part of it's because I wasn't consistent, right? I had phases where I went really hard on it. I tracked calories. I ate really like little. I work out every day, and I was like 72 kilos back then. But then I bumped back. Um, there were periods where I, went through a lot of my family like issues, and it kind of took really all the motivation out of me. So I bounced back to 95. There were I hit like above 100 actually a few not even like last year, like I hit 100 last year. But you know coming back, like I put some work into it. I hired a PT, personal trainer. Like started a lot more, like working on that more seriously, and now I'm at 92. But I know I can work a lot more on that. Like, I can make a lot faster progress on that, because I also have like my the goals that I'm setting, right? Because I want to lose um, 15 pounds by October 5th. So today is July 26th, right? And I want to lose 15 pounds, which is about um, seven, say, 7 kilograms, um, by October 5th, right? So why October 5th? I had watched a video of this guy um, running, like doing 100 days of David Goggins workout. I don't remember his name. He's an Asian dude, but he started out with like similar physique to me. Arguably, I think he was a little chubbier and um, like a lot more, say, like I think he started a little more chubbier than me. But after 100 days, or no, I mean I don't remember, but anyway, like 100 after 100 days, like he was lean. He ran ultra marathons. Or sorry, not ultra marathon. He did a triathlon, and it was like really inspirational. Like after I watched that video, I'm like, I gotta do something crazy. So I signed up for a marathon in October 5th this year. So 70 days away from now, I'm already starting training. I ran my first 15 kilometers last week. I'm gonna run again tomorrow. Actually, in about 8 9 hours from now. Um, so and then I want to be at, like, ideally, 7 kilograms, like I think around 20% body fat. I'm about 30 right now, so we can get down to um say, I'm 92, so like 85 kilograms, about 20% body fat. That still looks really decent. I'd be already way better looking, way better health, feeling a lot more energetic. So that's what I want to be at. Oh yeah. I So that's by October 5th, and then ideally by um, December 31st, right? I'm budgeting for like the holiday, because like I'm actually going out to I'm flying me and my girl to Japan this December, so it's gonna be a lot of eating. It's gonna be a lot of trying out new dishes. My girlfriend's also starting a YouTube channel on cooking too. So it's gonna be crazy. Like, I'm gonna get a lot of good food. So I'm budgeting a little bit. I'm gonna increase, I'm gonna decrease, blah blah blah. But so this is like the goal is 20%. I say if I can get like safely between 15 to 20%. I know it's a little bit of big range, right? By December 21st, the 31st, and then by October 5th, if I can get to maybe 20 to 22% body fat at 85 kilograms, I would say that is not a bad. Like, I'd be happy with that. I'd say, like, I'd be satisfied with that for just a moment. Um, and then what I also want to do is reduce the amount of dopamine that I'm intaking. So like, I'm not doing any drugs and things, but and I was addicted to, not was like okay, I recently came off of a porn addiction, and I am, like, working on recovering from it, trying to rebuild my relationship with intimacy and relationship with, like, just dopamine in general, trying to seek less instant gratification and less, being okay with boredom. Like, that's something that I've been working on a lot. And by the end of this year, I want, maybe I don't set the goal for it. Like, the goal is just to live my life with more presence in place as well. Like, mental presence, like being present in the now, and not so always seeking for some sort of content to consume, some sort of um, thing to kind of get me away from the boredom. So I say like let's say less screen. Like I'm trying to make it more concrete. So less screen time. Um, also, and then like uh, no bad habits, right? No porn. Um, and it's an interesting one because I'm sharing this here because I actually this is something that I've recently been more open with. I've had a really big addiction to porn and masturbation for I think really the longest time. I grew up alone in Canada, a bit with my brother too, but no, my parents wasn't there. And over the 10 years in Canada, there was about I started living by myself when I was grade 10. So no, my brother was in a separate place. I had my separate apartment that I ran. Obviously I worked for it. I paid for it under the table. So I don't tell anybody. But um, and then I was alone most of the time. I, just alone work. No, like no school clubs. Not a lot of people. Like I didn't hang out with a lot of friends too much. Played a lot of video games. So I by myself a lot. And when I discovered porn when I was grade, I think 8 or 9. Um, Shit, it was like gold to me, right? And I was watching it. I was probably once a day, sometimes more. You know how you can be crazy about that, and it now I starting to see how it is affecting my perception of um, my, let's say, relationship, how like how I'm being intimate, and my desire and my response to boredom, right? Like, cause before when I was there, I always like do it when like I always just go straight to like masturbation and porn whenever I want to escape something, whenever I feel bored. Um, so like that's been the natural reaction that for like the last 7 years, really until like before I went back to Vietnam, right? Because I was still by myself, and my girlfriend was away, right? And I had no place to vent out my sexual energy, so uh, that's what I've been doing, right? So, but now again, I can see it affecting me, affecting my relationship. So I've been putting I've moved away from it. I don't watch anymore. Obviously, it's still a thoughts that come into my mind a lot. I can see the trigger and when I have the feelings I want to watch. It's also one of the reason why I want to create more content, more assets for the company, like really put the energy that I have here, like sort of distract myself from the boredom with productive work, with producing, right, and not consuming. Um, so that's that. So no ad habits, and going into like right now where I'm at, I'm kind of going all over the place, but I guess it's a top, right? Um, and right now with relationship, so my girlfriend and I say like wonderful girl. She's been by my side since I had nothing, since I my darkest time. She's 25 right now, turning 25 this December. I'm turning 22 this October. So with that goal in mind as well, right? Relationship, like I know that she obviously doesn't rush me, right? But I want to give her the feeling that her future is secured, and I want um, to build a life with her, right? And make sure she feel that I'm a reliable, person. I'm a reliable guy, and I'm a place that she can trust her future with. So, I want to get, I want to build what I need to build. Right, my like get a house, get a foundation, pay off the debt, everything before I turned 25. So before she turned 28, um, that's when I want to obviously, drop, get on one knee and do the deed, make the proposal. And she may be watching this, so maybe she's already putting the date, a girl. But obviously, I want to start building the relationship and the responsibility between me and my girl that way. Starting to understand more of what my girl is doing, she's feeling, and be more responsible and be more mature as a man, as a boyfriend, as a husband, and think in that way as well, and think about how I want to raise my kids and the relationship around me. Um, so uh, I want to start nurture like I want to nurture more my relationship with me and my girlfriend. I've been working a lot these past year to work on my like my income and getting back to Vietnam right now. I actually had a lot of like issues as well, like with my apartment and everything. So I actually had recently moved to this new apartment um, with me and my girl, and I moved my mom out. I had my mom staying in the same apartment as me like before, but it come to a point where me and my mom are part of the relationship as well, where um, like oh sorry, so like right now where my girl is at, so have well been um so like that's the place for that. So with family wise, right? Yeah, my the relationship with mom is a bit complicated, um, because she had done some things in the past, and that's a whole different video. That it really rubs me the wrong way, and it's against like entirely the way I live my life. And right now, like sitting in the same room as her, hearing how she talks and how she like trying to lecture me about the things that I'm doing in my life, even though it's like it completely shows that she's like a hypocrite. Had one second, one second. Okay, speaking of the devil, that was actually just my mom right there. But yeah, so like with the things that she done in the past, just being in the same room with her has been toxic to me. Like I just feel like my energy is drained, like my creativity is drained, and I just don't want to do anything. Right, I want to get out of there. So I don't want her prying into what I'm doing. Right, like usually I would love to be telling my mom all these things, the what I'm doing right now, the story that I'm trying to write, and the goals I'm trying to get to, but um, I'm just not feeling it right now. So I want to move her to a different apartment, which I've actually just signed a lease on her apartment today. Um, so I'm gonna move her in tomorrow to her new apartment, which is a lot of cash as well. And um, so like I want to create some space first so I can thrive, and then slowly, get used to being her son again. Sounds weird that it is, but get used to being her son again, like hearing her doing her own thing and whatever she's doing, whatever she's trying to lecture me in her own way, without um like getting mad at her, without feeling this drain, feeling this energy anymore. But that's gonna take some time, right? So I moved her away because of that, and so that I can have time to myself to create, without having to look back and forth like what she's doing, right? Um, so creating that space, much needed space for me and for her. Even though yes, it creates a lot of financial burden for me right now. Like it actually doubled the amount of almost double the amount of money that I have to spend on like rent, like me and hers each month. Um, because like before I was doing about like spending about like let's say in terms of $500. Now I'm almost spending like 800 to $900 a month in Vietnam, which is a very very decent amount, right? On just both of our rent. But I know in a couple of months it's gonna be one of the best decisions I ever made because it creates that space that I can think I can actually do my own thing and it's right. So that's where I am. So that's my mom, and then my father. Um, we had a lot of debt in the past, so my relationship has always been a bit rocky with my father, because he everything kind of the struggles I go through with life, the stress I have is a big part of it. His like him engraving that on me and passing on the debt to me because like we have like a couple $1 million in debt, right? Um, but um, you know, I've also recently learned to work with him again because he's actually a really good financial broker. Weirdly enough, because like obviously he lost a lot of money, so now he knows how to keep your money and he knows how to invest it wisely. So I've been working with him. We're on the down low, um, but uh, what's the word? Like I've been recently working with him at a capacity like I'm not close. Like I actually no, I am close with him. Think about it, because like my dad's like the only person that I can reliably talk about my future with, because he's somebody who talks about those things. He looks at uh, the situation, the future with a plan. He's very future driven, right? He's realistically optimistic. So like he plans for shit. He's very relentless. He's very disciplined man. Um, which because in the peak of our family's like wealth, we had about $50 million in total asset, and it was all because of him, right? Um, and uh, you know, even though all the things that he created from like all the stress, all the stories, all the issues, he have given me like an opportunity to like get an education in a very good country, which Canada, and develop myself in a way that I couldn't do if I don't have him. Obviously, it's natural the parents have to provide that, but he could easily have put me into like a cheap school in Vietnam and worry about paying and get his own ass out of debt. But he put all that money into my education and make sure that I was good and my brother was good. So for that, I actually respected him. He didn't like leave the family when all things went to shit. He actually stayed, make sure our life was not affected, and he was shouldering all the stress. Um, so I actually respect him for that, and I've slowly built up like you know the love for him again. I actually really love my father now. We've been talking a lot more. He's been managing my money, and we deal in sort of a close business partner type of capacity, right? Now I don't trust him when it comes to like relationship advice. He's a he's not like a good father or a good husband in that capacity, but he's responsible. Like if you trust him to do something, and he will have your back. So that's my father. My brother, he's been it's been a weird time getting back. Like we were very close when I was young, but after a few incidents where he got into his own troubles, depressed and almost suicidal, he's been going on his own path, finding his own way a lot. And slowly we kind of drifted apart. And now we have a little bit different mindset in the way we live and the way we improve ourselves. Um, so, I like to slowly get back to, building that brotherhood relationship again with him. But, right now he's doing his own thing and it's not, exactly what what I'm doing with my life. It's not like the same. So we're still talking, but I leave him be doing his own thing. So actually now let's get to the meat of what I want to do this video for, for myself and people out there. So now my where I am, right? So with fitness here, I think that's one of the biggest goals this year. So three goals, three focus that I want to do this year is that by the end of this year is obviously one is like my personal brand is like getting it like starting it up, working it good, and make sure I post consistently. I had a goal of 5,000 followers, but realistically at this point, I want to be able to get really good at telling my story, creating content, and being consistent with it. I'm not gonna chase the numbers anymore. Like I don't think that makes sense. I want to chase like actually being able to tell it good, like having a story that's valuable for other people to hear, and being able to do it in an entertaining way that makes people actually want to watch it, right? Because I can sit here and yap like I did in the last like 30 minutes, but um, obviously people would find it a lot more valuable if they can sit through it, find it entertaining, and not be bored of it because it's the way it is nowadays, right? But let's do fitness first. So obviously the goal again is so by December 31st, um, need to be 20%, 2018, let's say 15 to 20% body fat, and then 80 kilograms, and then October 5th, run my first marathon. Um, Run my first marathon plus being at 85 kilograms, 20% body fat. So that's where I want to be. And right, let's break each goal down at once. So really, the big things I gotta do here is one, I need to eat right and do the right training, right. So that's the gist of both of these goals. So in terms of eating right, I'm gonna start tracking calories again. It's something that I've been pushing away because my girlfriend's been doing the cooking a lot, and we've been kind of figuring out how to do it. But I've talked to my girlfriend, and now she's trying to help me with tracking the calories. So making sure that I eat anywhere from just like 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. I'm more likely going to be actually more likely 1,600 and 1,800 calories a day because I want to lose, like, say, aggressive fat loss because I have a decent amount of muscle already, um, and I want to make sure like I can lose that fat off. Right training, I'm gonna so gym every day. So working like different muscle groups because I either want to do at least 3 days of like push pull leg, right? Push pull legs. Um, let's say 6 days a week. Actually, 6 days a week. So 3 days push pull leg, and then 3 days in between is let's say. I mean, to be honest, I'd say like probably a 6 day split of push pull legs, and then plus abs in like at the end of the workout, right? And then either walk every day or run five. So I have a specific split for the marathon. Obviously, I think the days where I do legs will be like I'm just gonna walk, but the other days I have so Monday. Let's do it in this way: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Can I do a table in Notion here? There we go. So let's say Um, okay. Let me pause it here, and I'm gonna. Okay, so I think hopefully I was sharing my screen for the past like 10 minutes or so, but okay, so my training split. So my gym split Monday. So I always do a long run on Saturday. So that could be like 15 kilometers to 22 kilometers. So I'm doing 15 tomorrow. So that means that I don't want to do legs like in the 2 days coming here. So I have to do legs here and here, right? So that is, or actually, I'll probably do like one heavy leg day instead of like two, just because I already got big legs and and I'm also doing a lot of running. Um, so I don't want to stress my legs too much out, to make sure I am still able to run. So after this marathon split here. Um, so when I do this long run, I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna like do a lot of stretching slash yoga poses just to like stretch and trying to like let's say recover. But Mondays chest, and then I'm just gonna walk to recover. Right, I'm not gonna do a run. In an easy run, sorry, fast run actually. So this one I'm working speed. Um, like I want to get to a pace of 7 minutes consistently per kilometer, and so like I'd say really 6 minutes, but 6 to 7 right now is the pace I'm aiming at, and then here be pull. So actually realistic legs that we're doing here, pull legs. Actually, I do chest here and then legs, because I want some time before like easy run and then say walk, have some day off, right? And then Friday is chest again, easy run. So like easy run is like I'm doing a pace of like right now pace I'm comfortable is like 8 to 9 kilometers per like 8 to 9 minutes. I say basically 9 minutes per kilometer. So it's really just getting the miles below my feet. I'm getting used to running, the breathing, the rhythm of that. And then Saturday, in the pool, and then so walking, right? And that is the split. Um, last the split. I think I'm actually legs here, walk, easy run. Um, so I'm walking again, like maybe like walking like a fast pace, right? Um, and then Sunday is a long run. So that's the gym split. If I do this split of 1,800 calories and I'm getting enough protein every day, um, I do believe that I can lose weight reliably, um, because like I just have been running around a lot with moving my mom, my girl. Like I've been doing this move for like almost 2 weeks now, so been all over places, but I should be able to follow this training starting next week. Obviously, like actually starting tomorrow, Sunday, right, and do it next tomorrow, and like a couple push-ups while I'm working, so I don't like sit all the time, right? So that's fitness. Wealth wise, so a couple things I'd say like I bash the content for my company, like for the company I'm working at right now. So because everybody has to do their own content into the same batch here, um, and with wealth, I think I really need to focus on a few skills. So one is like writing, is like writing and strategic. So like let's say writing is the first skill. I need to write better content and copy for my so like write content for my brand for uh, the let's say B2B brand that I'm in right now, and better copy for for work as well, because I'm doing that at work. I'm writing copy for clients, right? So that's the skill. And Two is strategic thinking. So like I'm slowly becoming more like going into the back lines a little more. Like we're hiring different roles that are starting to like take a lot off my plate in terms of talking to clients, in terms of actually doing copy as well, and helping me with strategy. But I need to bolster a lot more of my strategic thinking too, because like those people work under me, and how I'm going to be the best value and help the company get the most profit, um, by how I'm spending my time and how I'm spending other people's time, right? So getting strategic thinking. So how I'm doing that is I'm reading a lot more. I'm reading this book right now called The Lean Startup. Um, and so we are in that startup phase, of the game right now. And I'm looking at you know different like ways to grow in the right now. There's a one I'm looking at, like I'm about to look at. It's like I think it was revenue architecture for SaaS methods. It's like growing like a SaaS company. They have a couple really good like uh, you know ways of growing and scaling companies. So I think that's gonna be the next thing that I'm reading. But like really working on that strategic thinking and how to use people's time effectively so that everybody gets a good life, everybody is growing, and the company is being profitable. And that means like myself, it's like I'm getting into that point where it is like my own personal like technical skill, but it's also a lot of the soft skills, like how am I using people, how am I dealing with people, the communication, the project management, those type of things. And in terms of relationship wise, I want to be um, I want to spend a lot more time. Like I am spending a lot more time with girl, but a lot more productive time with my girl. Like so, we're gonna create a lot of content together, um, and because like she's gonna start her own cooking show on YouTube. So I want to be able to help her a lot on that too, and my own personal brand as well. And sorry, so Wild Tears like B2B content, and then personal brand is the personal brand content. So what I'm doing right now, but obviously doing it a more. I love doing it in a couple of creators that I watch. I love is like, um, you know, what's the word? Casey Neistat, Life with Riza, and the folks that like document their life in a really cinematic way. I feel like I can do that and tell a really good story that can help a lot of people. So definitely want to do that. Um, and I think it's just like I think at this point I have already enough courses that I watch on it. I've watched enough videos on it. Already have a lot of courses, a lot of different trainings on that. So I need to be consistent when actually posting the content, right? So I think a calendar here similar to this um, would be the way to go, right? So I'm actually gonna pull this right here, some sort of delete, and it's like content work, calendar work. So say like B2B and like and then personal brand. So for B2B, I'd say like one post a day, right? But I say like Monday is like my ideation day. Um, ideation day, right? So coming up with seven LinkedIn posts for the week. And then personal brand is one long video, um, and then 3 to 5 short videos. And then Tuesday is a writing day. So I'll be writing all of my writing a first draft, right? First draft, and then write first draft, right? I'm just gonna write. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna try to edit. Um, I'd say like Wednesday is also like finishing. So like let's say I wrote 3 posts on Tuesday. I wrote a long video on Tuesday, but I still need to write the others. So I'm gonna finish writing that, right? Um, so I'm just gonna do what I need to do there, and then Thursday is editing day, editing script day slash video planning. So like I want to edit it, and I also want to plan how I shoot the content because there was a video that I did on my Instagram channel called like I drop out of college and chase my dream halfway across the world. That one I really enjoyed making, but it took a lot of like planning on how I film the shoots, which obviously equal to better quality. Like what is actually in the video, what photos I'm gonna use, what B rolls I'm gonna use. So I need to plan like each part of the script that I'm gonna use in there. So like planning which B roll to use, how to film each part, how to edit together, right? Uh, and then also editing the script. And this is edit all script. Um, and then this is edit script, edit like so this one is like fine, like let's say an extra day to polish and edit script, polish, and edit script, right? And so Saturday is say filming day, um, filming day, and so this one obviously B2B. You don't have to film anything. I'm just writing on content. But if I do have to film anything, I'll film it today. But I'll likely be like focusing on the personal brand today. So like film all the shots, the B rolls, um, organize it into nice folders and in hard drive. Um, and then Sunday is editing day slash schedule post day. Right. So I'm gonna edit all the video together. Like it's gonna be a long day of editing because it goes nicely into like I'm doing the long run. I'm going home. I'm doing like 6 hours of editing, editing everything together because like I think if I properly plan things out, definitely editing will take a lot easier to do it. So 6 hours of editing, to like edit video together, um, earning subtitles, and then schedule posts, right? And then obviously Sunday is just scheduling um, posts for. So I think like also the limitation that I have to create for myself is that I have to do these things no matter how bad it is. Um, like I have to come up with something in post. I have to come up with the one long video and 3 short video ideas. I have to write those first draft, and I have to have those script edited by Thursday, and everything polished by Friday, as well as film everything by Saturday, right? And Sunday is scheduling, right? I have to create those limitations for myself. So I'm gonna go into my calendar after this and actually schedule all those time in to work on this. But That's what I need to do, right? And I think coming back down to like achieving the goals that you want to have in your life, um, it is like it is the small action that you do every day, and you need to be consistent with it. Because like when I achieve the goals that I set out in my life, the times that I have, like let's say, getting to this income level, um, you know like doing my first 15K last week, and gaining traction on the internet. I had a post that went viral. It's all because like I showed up and I've did these small actions every day that put me to those goals. But so like that's why like but I haven't been consistent enough. So that's why I'm getting like mediocre results. So now as I'm being more consistent and doing the things I need to do, I will get better result, right? So like this is how I'm planning to do my goals. Oh, how I'm planning to do my goals, and like this is how I'm gonna become like the best version of myself by some 31st this year, right? So I think when I'm when I'm looking at when I'm looking at this video again and I'm planning, I'm walking through my New Year reflection or goals when I'm in Japan at the end of this year. It's gonna be really lovely. It's gonna be awesome, and um, it's gonna be great. So that's me right now. Actually, let me take you in. I actually it has some confidential information, like what. Hold on. I think I can probably share. Let me once. Okay. So just look at my work and everything calendar. So I think this is gonna work. And I'm actually gonna plan everything here. So when I the workout here, I'm probably gonna actually gonna do it. So this workout should be 2 hours. So actually, I'm gonna delete all this. So content here, like first thing I'm gonna work out is like obviously do my morning routine, eat with my girl, but my content here will be let's say about an hour and 30 minutes. So like let's say now 30 minutes. Uh, Actually, let's delete and make exact like things of what I'm gonna do. So ideation. So that's 7 LinkedIn post ideas, and then uh, one long YouTube video, and then 3 to 5 shorts. And then I will do every Monday, weekly on Monday, boom, and do a different color there. And tomato. Just so I can like look at like and I know what I need to do right away. Um, boom, and then ideation. So then here is writing. So I think I'm gonna spend a little longer time writing actually, likely like 2 hours writing. Writing. So then write all scripts, and this is custom requested Tuesday. Again, I need to change colors. So say I used to have schoolwork here, right? But I did. I picked blue again. Great. You have schoolwork, so I had obviously I quit a long time ago, so probably gonna change that. But writing, editing, um, probably a 2 hour case again, but I'm gonna leave it at one for now and see how far I can get with 1 hour. Actually, let's do two and do two, and then I'll see how long I can. Like, if I can shorten it down. So like obviously, the now is like I just need to be consistent with. Like I need to get it done and get it actually done on all the plays. But and yeah, so editing, like plan out, so polish. So this one should be an hour only, I think. So polish and plan out content shoot. So that's Friday save. Okay, and this is filming day. So yeah, you see, I had a lot of events, right, on like content and stuff, but I never done it in the past, so now I'm actually gonna do it. Um, okay, polish plan, and then and you're asking like, how is it gonna be different this time, right? It's gonna be different because I can't stand it. Not like I can't stand people that have started before, like after me, and they've gotten better results than me because they were consistent. I can't stand myself for like letting that happen again. So I'm actually gonna like make this fucking happen, right? So I'm gonna do. Obviously, I want to spend some time with my girl. I think it's more like a Sunday thing. So I'm gonna film all the way to 7 here. She's 6. Like I'm gonna set the time as filming, right? Obviously, but so like I gotta get all the shoot that I need. Get all the shots you need and organize. So like maybe, to be honest, like I'm not. That doesn't take that long. So probably like, let's say 11 to like 4 p.m. So I'll be good. All right. And then this is editing. The edit is, and it's gonna take a long time, but um, so I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna do like runs here. So like I'm blocking these, this 3 hour, like 4 hour here for my long run. So like it's like um, I'm blocking 4 because usually it takes like an hour, get ready, an hour rest, like maybe a little less than that, but just tentatively there. So I'm gonna do this, but very long run, boom. Okay, and then say 1 hour for breakfast there. So like this will be. Oh yeah, by the way, I have my morning routine so late because I'm working night shifts. I'm working like at a U.S. agency right now, so I'm doing graveyard shifts from like 7 at night to about 4 in the morning. Sometimes like going later. Um, so it is a tricky one too. I think it's part of the reason why my weight loss is hard. Right, I'm not using it as an excuse, but I think I'll be like getting lean way easier if I'm on the morning shift. But like digress, and that's for another day. But here, getting into like trying to get this earball, so it's like editing. Um, edit. those instead. And then it's like a full 8 hour work day on that. And I do it every Sunday. Boom. We change color on that. Um, okay. And then, at night, I just leave it for, spending with my girl. I'm probably just gonna switch this off a little bit. So, like, this is like checking in with clients just to make sure like we're all good at work. Um, so yeah, that would be that. Like, that's the writing routine and the content wise, and then in terms of workout, so that's like working out too. I gotta do that. So let's do like two to three, like 2 to 4. All right, I'm like doing my workout. Actually, I can probably be more efficient with the workout. I'll do like 2 to 2:30. Sorry, 2 to 3:30 in there, like 1 hour. Probably do 1 hour a day if I'm doing like two split of work, like week, and then the leg day I do a bit longer. So I think that makes sense, right? So like say chest day. But let's put tentatively an hour and a half. I get out a bit earlier. That's fine. I do like I can come back here. What was my split? Chest and Wednesday. So boom. hmm hmm And then so yeah, the writing. Like see the writing. Oh shit. All right. So then this one. I think these two I have to put like. So I have to wake up a little bit early on 11 a.m. I think I gotta wake up at 11 a.m. every day. Um, and Saturday, probably, yeah, I'll push this down here. Um, I gotta do that, man. Like, so that means I have to end my day at 4 a.m. no less, like probably 3. Because I start work at, let's say 7, right? So, mm, if I can end my work at 3, that'd be great. Um, let's see. Let's see. I'll see. I'll see what's up. But when did you? Uh, oh wait, no. Oh, that's like the old one. Sorry. Because I have right. I have my other calendar here too, so I'm gonna delete that. But um, okay. So then, yeah, we got a little earlier. So let's move this here. Same with this. No, actually, no. I'm gonna move here. So, uh, um, say yeah, let's leave some white space there. Then 2 3. So I start say running around 4 to 6. Right. Run slash walk. Run slash walk. 2 to 6. Hmm, actually, I want to put my split in here too. So walk I probably walk. If I do the walking, I'd walk like right away. Um, so I do walk on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay. Um, See, it's like it's also about that of like when you're doing things, you gotta sacrifice like not doing something else. Um, so I think okay, hold on, I gotta change the Saturday one obviously because Saturday one is for filming. Um, like you gotta sacrifice something else to make sure that you're getting the things that you need to do done. Um, because every choice that you make is a choice that you don't make, right? Like it's like, for example, I'm making the choice to walk, to work out, means I'm not spending my time with my girlfriend, right? So I need to make sure that we are like I'm still getting ways to spend time with her sometimes. So, for example, Saturday, I'm probably going to push to run or walk with her. So like say walk. I'm gonna help her cook too, right? So I can probably do an hour of walking here with her. Walk with him. So that's Him's my girlfriend's name. Again, like this is the plan. And I'll stick with. I'll see how the plan is after the next week, a few weeks of doing it. Um, and then let's see. Uh, so work out chest day. Um, Actually, like I like alt tabbing, so I'm gonna put it here. So Tuesdays speed run. Mm. So then, I'm actually like I'm gonna start training with my girlfriend too, because she's also joining me in the marathon. Um, we're gonna work like we're gonna run days when we can. So today, yeah, run. Mm, speed run with hand. So, uh, um, so like literally, I think somebody told me, or I learned somewhere is that um, someone said, "Show me your calendar, and I will show you like how you look like in a few years." And I think it is something very true. Um, Something very true, which I am hopefully this calendar reflects good on me in the next few years. Yeah, so I guess like I'll just start a little later for this run for Friday because I usually have a call with a client right here. They're French clients, so it sucks a little bit. I should change, delete this because I know I gotta do it anyway, so I'm not gonna add that in. All the blue stuff here is like work, so I'm actually gonna change just so I can clearly see more. So walk here, eat, walk, um, and then run. Sorry, so This is workout, so leg day is Thursday. So pull, and then let's say we do Tuesday. Like I have to stand up and get out there and do the things I need to do. And yeah, let's say work. Like I have to follow this calendar like pretty religiously to actually make it work. Um, it's more like I probably can't follow it down to the T, right? But it is a guiding beam for me to know like how I'm like spending my time. Um, so yeah, chest pull. Probably gonna do more like say arms this today. Arms. Um, actually, I have to pull here and arms here because I don't want to do too much like back stuff as the long run actually pull not pull but like it actually stretches you a lot in the back in the shoulders and it's tiring so arms and abs say so I'm gonna focus more on that and the where's my calendar here so I'm gonna do pull um Tuesday and Friday. Mhm. So I guess I'll do like abs here. See, like the focus is getting that done, right? So I'll get that done first, but like I got time. I'll do abs and arms. Work out. And also, it could be that like the film I need to film those shots, so I might go a bit earlier in the day. So like I'd say like here, actually, yeah, I'll probably do right here, abs and arms, um, in the middle right there. Um, um, oh, whoops. Saturday. So then, I might like do film. So like really, it's all like the film. The day is all filming, right? I might film more than I need to, but long run there, and then edit videos, schedule posts. Okay, good. And I'm also doing like the long runs there already. So I'm gonna do like the stretching right here. Um, well, I'm really gonna like I'd say yeah. Let's do like a stretch right here. Um, here, because again um, the goal of content comes first. Okay, that's like I'll do my progress of everything else a little slower if I can get that content up and running. But obviously I don't want to neglect it, right? Leave a white space for my like just enjoying my life, different things. But so we got here running here. So I'm gonna walk here. Um, so I guess yeah, these easy runs. So walk here. So I think I'm gonna double this as a walk because like with my girl too, um, right? Um, like I think I'm gonna help her cook here. I help her prep like her day, cook, like have a late like have a little night afternoon snack. It's like double as like spending time with her as well, right? Walking. Um, so I think that'd be great. And what else do I need to do? Um, that is very good. I think that covers it. So, like that covers it pretty much. Now, obviously, it's about like pointing content, right? I obviously want to, like, for example, try to read more as well. So, I'm gonna have to plan in time reading. Um, so, I'm gonna do. So, we're gonna move this here. I actually don't need this. So, I'm gonna move. Um, like checking stat up realistically check stat more like here checks stats um, and then I'll do reading here, right? It's like night routine. mm, read. So that's how I'm gonna add more time in. But yeah, so that probably a bit more like purple for some time. And then like yeah, and white space here to kind of do whatever I want with my girl or anything, everything, right? Um, and yeah, I think that's it. Like it is just the the big like the big what's the word? The big thing is that it's on the calendar. Everything else is just with it, right? So yeah, no, it's I think this will work. This will yeah, no, this will work. This will take me to where I need to go if I follow this religiously. And yeah, no, so it's been uh it's been a very long video. I think it's like almost more than an hour right now. So if you're still watching out there, and not anyone is watching right now besides my girlfriend, so hey babe, um, thank you for watching this. And uh, I want to prove to you that I am going to follow this calendar, this plan easily. Not easily, sorry, but like religiously. And you're going to see me becoming the man who I say I'm going to be. And I'm very excited, right? And yeah, it's just, I'm excited to what to come. I know I can do this and I can, you know, put the stories out there. I'm actually really excited for what's to come right now. Uh, like, I feel a lot of good energy when I'm creating and when I'm producing instead of consuming. So, yeah, it's let's go, let's go. I'm like the next videos that I'm gonna do are actually like not like shorter, 5-10 minutes more like value driven, like you get a lot of value right away. It's entertaining more than this, but it's more on like this is like a day one videos back behind the scene. But for watching out there. Man, I hope you guys have a good weekend or a good weekday whenever you're watching this. I hope this helps you some way on how like somebody's trying to figure shit out, right? I'm literally you can see that this is not professional by any means at all. I'm just trying to figure shit out my own way, and um, it hope it inspires you that this is obviously my day one video. My day 100 video is gonna be way better, and it's gonna help. Like, hey, future Harvey, if you're looking back here, you know that you've achieved this because you follow this plan religiously. So yeah, all right, guys, have a good one. See you later. See you next video.